Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking and Growing with Frisbees. I'm Beth, Keith is behind the camera.
Hello.
And today is the official start of fall 2023.
Hooray! Thank the Lord. Cool weather is on the horizon.
It's a much cooler day. Today I'm gonna start, no, that's not true. I'm gonna start my in-ground root vegetables in-ground. I have planted a couple of brassicas already, bok choy, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. I still have some beautiful, goodness gracious, some great long beans still going. I planted some shelling peas, but I'm having a little bit of a problem and I'll show that to you in just a second. But in the meantime, let me tell you what we're gonna do. So we already amended those beds, the above ground beds. Guys, cut it out. Sorry. So I've already amended the beds, and then we also added the black cow manure that we've been using in these beds. And then on top of it, so radishes and beets are going in one bed. Radishes and beets are a root vegetable that grows on the surface, and they need light, fluffy soil. So although they got that great richness from the black cow manure, we're going to add some of this. It is a seed starting mix. You can even see the picture of radishes on the front of it. But it's super, super light, so that when I plant in it, they'll be able to just root down as far as they need to go. We'll do the same thing for the carrots as well. So today I am planting radishes, beets, and carrots. So come with me. Okay, so here we are. This is going to be for the beets and the radishes. The great thing about beets and radishes in particular is that you succession sow them so that you don't just have one big crop. You can have a couple. And this year I actually was very successful in the spring at growing radishes. So I'm super excited to do it again this year. So, seriously, they were not barking. I promise you, they were not barking.
Stop!
Okay. So, see, this is that light, fluffy, super soft. So
they can sit on top of it?
Yeah, so they're not, well, the carrots, I'm gonna do something a little bit different, but so these guys, they're gonna grow maybe that far down. So the root is gonna go, the tip of, if you've seen a radish in the very end of it, it's a little spindly, that's the root of it. And then the fruit of it is the little round red part. So typically in a grocery store, when you buy them, they've already chopped that off, but you'll be able to see them. Hopefully they'll grow nice and big. So I was semi-successful with beets. These are just round red beets. I was semi-successful in the spring, but what I've been told is that they really prefer cooler weather. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these, see the seeds? They're pretty good size, right?
I guess my fingers could handle those, because some of these seeds we deal with, there's just no way.
I know, they're very...
I think my skin would absorb them. So you're not planting them far, you're just pushing them in.
Yeah, I'm not going deep at all, because we're gonna do this, and then next week I'm gonna do it again. And I might do it one more time after that, just to give us the best options, right? Most optimal. I like putting these in this bed because I don't think we'll have as many problems as we're having with critters in this bed, because it's raised so high above the ground. I don't think they'll hop in it. Okay, so there was about 8 beets, plenty for us. Let's see how they do. I'm really hopeful, super hopeful. I happen to love beets. Love beet and goat cheese salad. Oh.
I do like beets. It's the forgotten vegetable.
Yeah, and these are radishes. Keith loves radishes, and I was, again, semi-successful in growing them in the spring And these guys come up pretty fast. They grow, I think it's 90 days. No, that's not fast. 9 weeks, that's it. So they should come up in 9 weeks. And I'm gonna be kind of liberal because they grow pretty fast. And if you think about if you want to pickle them or throw some in a salad, each seed is 1 radish. So you're gonna have to grow a couple of them. But again, I can come back out here, and when I sow the rest of the beets, I will do more radishes as well. So there you go. That's beets and radishes today. Now, well, let me show you a little bit what's going on. So I left this little guy, cherry tomato. He's still producing, kind of weird, but okay. Hey, you want to grow, go. Okay, here's where it's getting upsetting. So this side over here, I planted kale that I had started inside, and you can see there's literally like 1.5 left. We have critters. So Keith is gonna help me figure out how to protect my crop this year from these critters. This is Brussels sprouts. This one seems very healthy, which I'm happy for. This little guy is getting eaten by something, so I need to get some neem oil down here. But some of these guys are not as healthy. This guy just disappeared altogether. I don't know where he is. He was either eaten or he just did not produce. And then this side, down the center is bok choy. Look how nice and healthy this guy is. Super healthy. This guy, semi-healthy, not so much healthy. So I might need to come out here and add a little bit of the fish emulsion. The other thing I planted down this side and the other side, because we still have the trellis here, I wanted to do some peas because I wasn't super successful with peas in spring, so I thought I would try them in fall. And critters. So you can see they were doing pretty good.
Are they top critters or bottom critters?
They're top critters because this, you can see the stalk is there, but it's been chewed all the way down.
Oh, okay.
So, and the same with, well, I planted them all along here. This guy looks great, right? Super healthy. Yeah. But if I don't get him covered, he's gonna end up like his brother. Again, peas is something you want to succession sow, and I'll need to do that. Here we go. This is a great tool that Keith has made for me. So again, critters. Last year, we literally had every single broccoli and cauliflower head eaten in one night by, we think, a possum.
It was a possum. So
Keith made me a nice net where I can still get in if I need to, but it's gonna make it harder for any of the rabbits, squirrels, chipmunks.
It's literally just 1/2-inch PVC that I bent over into the ground, and then I put brackets down below just to keep it in place. It still allows the rain to get through, still allows sun to get through, but it keeps the critters out, so. And
you can see they're pretty, I mean, they needed probably, again, probably a little bit of a boost, a fertilizer, but they're doing really well. Look at them.
They are. Everything in here.
Pretty happy.
They're pretty protected, so I'm happy that I did that. And I went to Lowe's this morning, bought 3 more hoops to use on one of these top beds. It'll probably be this one.
It'll probably be this one because I'm more concerned about, well, I am concerned about the bok choy, but I'm really concerned about the kale because we like kale a lot, and I want to be able to have lots of it for this fall, winter.
Well, so that means I have to take the cages down, the trellises, and the posts out, and that's no big deal. It's just a little bit of work, but it's hot. What happened? It's not fall. It's like 83 degrees. It only feels good when the wind's blowing.
That's true. You guys, look. If you remember when I succession sowed my beans, look it, I still have a whole nother crop of long beans coming. I'm gonna wait. I was gonna try and make some tonight, but I think I'm gonna wait and
Because we got to eat the last of our squash.
Yeah, I still have squash. I'm going to cook the squash, the last of the squash tonight. But
what's going on with these peas? Why are they turning yellow like that?
It's probably cool weather.
Like, I see them.
Yeah.
I pulled a couple of those off.
Oh no, that's...
Because they flower and
yes.
then they go to that mucky, nasty thing.
But that's what creates your beans from the flower stem.
Oh, I get it, but they turn into that? That's not going to be a good
That's
pea.
going to be a pea. Or a bean, I'm sorry, a bean.
All right.
Yeah. So, but I was going to show you guys why I leave. You'll see there's lots of them on here. Not all of them are super healthy, and some of them have been gone a little bit too long. But this is what happens, right? So they dry out on the vine, and then I open them up, and I have a bean. So this will be the seed that I grow next year for...
Don't have to buy seeds.
Our long beans, I know.
And this was a healthy crop, so you definitely want those.
Very, very healthy crop, yeah. Oh my gosh, I see more on the other side. They're really trellising over this and going to the other side. Speaking of the other side, let's take a walk over here. And this is where I'm gonna put my carrots. So, as you know, I have for a very long time wanted to grow carrots. I tried really hard last year. I thought I did a good job, and I got like 1 or 2 like dwarf carrots, which I'm not mad about. I just need more than 1.
Right.
So, like I did for the beets, I'm gonna do the same thing for the carrots. I'm gonna dig a trough, and I'm probably gonna dig it, well, let me do it. This bed I already amended. Oh, it's nice and cool soil, and it's nice and wet. So I'm gonna dig a trough, and I'm gonna put that soft seedling soil into the trough, and then plant the row of carrots. And my hope is that that nice soft soil is gonna let them burrow down and create a nice, long, luscious, beautiful carrot. We'll see about that. While we're here, we might as well go take a walk over to the peppers. So, was it last weekend we made hot sauce?
Yes.
Yes. So, we were wondering what we were gonna do with all these beautiful peppers. And Keith came out and we still have a ton, and he picked a ton of them. And these are spicy. They're not like a habanero spicy, but they're more than a jalapeno. So I thought, well, what can we do with them? And sure enough, I went ahead and made some hot sauce, and it's quite good actually. Again, shoshitos, some of them are turning red on the vine. Probably need to use these guys up. These are great for appetizers or just on the side. Just throw them in a pan. You can put soy sauce and sesame seeds over them. They're lovely.
What's your eggplant doing?
Hold on, we're not done with the peppers. So we got lots of jalapenos. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow I'll make a little jalapeno popper dip.
You're getting big.
Yeah, I made a bunch of jalapeno pepper jelly. That's really good. It's lovely on crackers with some cream cheese. It's very good. Okay, the eggplant saga. If you remember, I had these lovely little Hansel eggplants that I love to stir fry. And I got ants, and I went into the greenhouse and I grabbed what I thought was an insecticide for plants. Unfortunately, it was not. It was the ant pile killer. So it killed off my Hansels. However, my black beauties survived. And check it out.
That's a nice one.
Actually, I think it's ready to be pulled. It's got a beautiful sheen on it. And it's not done. It still has flowers.
Oh, the other plant does as well. So,
yeah.
All right, maybe nature has a way. I always say that. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, but I'm excited that I'm not completely devout of having any eggplant. I mean, I give a whole bed to eggplant, for crying out loud.
It's not my favorite, so I'm not heartbroken by any means.
All right, so we're just finished up this tour real quick here. So We had planted peppers in this bed, and it wasn't good for the jasmine. It was just really stunting this jasmine plant. The potatoes were, yeah.
So strangling it.
So we went ahead and we dug up the potatoes, which we'll probably have some tonight. I've got thyme in here, which is, oh, I'm gonna need to pull some thyme for our rub for our turkey tonight. This is broccoli, and it's alive, and I'm happy. And this one is cauliflower, and it's alive. So we'll see how they do.
Something's eating that, because that was a lot healthier yesterday. Well, I watered it the other day and it was full. Something's eating it.
I didn't expect it to honestly be alive. This is a Brussels sprout from last year. It was the sole Brussels sprout.
Like I said, something's eating it. We've got visitors.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And then up here in the herb garden, which my basil's going to seed, which is fine. I love it. You'll see, let me go get a dried one and I'll show you. Ever since Keith put in that barrier at the top for the runoff from the grass, it's just done so much better this year. So here you go. I wonder if you'll be able to, I'll probably not be able to see it. It's kind of windy. These are where the seeds come from. I'm trying to do it in my hand with one hand and it's not really working. There's one. See that? That's a seed for another basil plant. And so I'll collect these. See, here's one, there's one. They're really tiny. But I'll collect them and grow some more. This one went to seed really fast. It gets a lot of sun compared to what is still in the shade over by the beans. And it tends to make the basil a little bitter. So I won't be using it to make like pesto or whatnot, which I already have a couple of jars inside, and then I still have basil growing in the other bed. The green onions are doing great. I got oregano, sage, rosemary, chives. The tomatoes are done. We can pull these guys out of the ground.
Throw them in the compost. I guarantee you next year we're going to get a lot of volunteers because we didn't really pick a lot of those and they just went, they fell on the ground. So they have disintegrated, so we don't really plant a lot over there anyway, so we'll see what happens next year. I bet you they'll come back.
They probably will. On top of that too, I'm gonna experiment with maybe doing pumpkins here in spring. Obviously we're really close to Halloween and it would be fun just to have some lovely pumpkins. It's a squash, so I'm hoping it'll do well like our other squash plants did. So, you want to finish up top at the...
Yeah, let's see what's left of the pots up top.
Okay, let's go. Asparagus.
Well, we're gonna have to
flower, look.
And we'll cut those off, cut them right down to the ground.
Yeah.
And next year's year 3, so we should start to get some.
Hopefully.
And that I'm a fan of.
Yes.
Haven't seen our snake this year. Something must have happened.
Gee, that's upsetting. Not. All right, so these guys are still giving. This one not as much. This is those little piquillo peppers. I wasn't a huge fan. I did try to pickle some. They said they're great on charcuterie boards. I wasn't a fan.
More peppers.
More peppers. These are these little guys, same thing. These zinnias have just gone crazy.
Oh my God, they're beautiful.
They're so pretty and they attract so many butterflies, and it's just been lovely to have them. So these are just the remnants of what's left over from our spring summer garden. We still getting tomatoes. However, it is infested with aphids. So I've sprayed it. My hope is that they'll all die. See, all the white stuff is aphids. So hopefully...
Get off.
Yeah. Again, these guys are still flowering, so I'm just gonna continue to let them grow. This zinnia plant, honestly, I've never seen them this big before.
We've made art. You've seen the pictures that I've posted. Like, we've made wall art
so
out of
amazing.
these. They're just gorgeous flowers.
And they just keep giving and giving and giving and giving. I love it, I love it, I love it. This is a cherry tomato. Here's peppers, look at that. Now this is gonna be the plant that I keep, and I'm gonna try and winter it, which means I'll break it down to just the lowest sprigs. Keep it in the pot. I'll put it in the greenhouse for a little while. When it starts to freeze, I'll bring it probably, I don't know, maybe in the house?
In the house.
Yeah,
as long as
maybe in
Pepper
the
doesn't
house.
get to it.
Oh boy,
You have to
that's
put it
a
on
whole
top
nother
of your cabinet in your office.
I can't believe these roses are still coming through.
Yeah, they're still producing some beautiful flowers.
So pretty.
Look at all the work I did there. Stone.
Yes.
2.5 tons.
And I just happen to have to be
Away.
traveling for work.
Yeah. Thought I was gonna die.
So, couple things. There's tomatoes and mint over there that are not super healthy. Tomatoes in there were just a whim. Keith tried it. It doesn't get enough sun.
No.
But the mint does well over there. Our blackberries just never came to fruition this year.
I think they need a plot of land. So when we move to our little farm, which we'll take you guys on that journey, we'll just get a bigger piece and dedicate it to that.
Yep. So anyways, that's it on September 22nd, 23rd,
Yep.
2023.
First day of autumn.
Yay!
Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it. Keep growing food. Summer's over, but the fall winter
Fall is
garden
ready.
still prevails. So
See you soon.
See you soon, guys.